How's it going, everybody? My name is Swoopy and welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be bringing you through all the best aggressive pushes on the new map Breeze. I probably have one of the most playtimes of Viper on this map over anyone in the world. I have played about 60 games of Viper on this map alone. I have been absolutely grinding it over the last week to make sure I can learn it as good as possible to give you as much information when I think about an aggressive guide. And it also means that the more I play the map, the more things I can experiment with, the more things I can try, and just the more map knowledge you have, the kind of more ideas and the more creative you can be. So yeah, I have played an absolute ton of this map, and I'm going to tell you everything that I have learned in the process. So kicking off attacker side B, this is initially for a split push on B, which is where you're going to be pushing through B tunnel and B main with your team. So you're going to start off by aiming your wall, and you want to aim with this corner over here on the map, so with this box. So you're going to throw it, line up, and there you go. This wall gives you two options. Your first option is you walk through your wall and you're pushing over to like this corner, so you come out, you check down bottom mid, and then you come over here, you drop your wall, and you're clearing. So it's a way of just, you know, getting the first clear. You can kind of clear some angles and just hold people to, if there's someone close there, it means they can't fall back, and you get a free kill. The other variation of this play is you're running up, you're going to throw your smoke, and this now means you can swoop peek through and clear nest. And once you've cleared nest, it means that you can then, once again, you're pushing through, and then you can sneak up tunnel. Really, really good thing to do at the start of the round. You can catch a lot of nest players off guard. And a lot of these walls is a lot about just catching players off guard right at the start. It can work really, really well, but it does need a bit of support from your team. Like, without your team pushing B main with this, there's definitely not enough distraction, and you can't catch these rotations from nest, and you can't catch people trying to rotate through. The next one I want to talk about is a little bit different. It's a bit more of a setup wall, but rather than a solo wall for yourself. But I kind of like this wall. Once again, it gives options. So you have this wall which goes up. It means anybody that's playing on site has zero info. You can now walk out, and your goal is to just make sure you can clear all of these close angles really, really freely. And then you have a player in cubby. You can use your utility to actually push through. The other variation of this play is you put up your wall, you throw your smoke off of the wall so it then lands over to the left. It means you clear these close right angles, you then push through. You're then swoop peeking over here, and you clear this left corner, and now we're on site anyway. So you have that while enemy team think that you're pushing with your wall, because you've probably done it the round before, and then you can absolutely trick them by then pushing into this corner. If somebody is holding it, you swoop peek them, and you get a free kill, and then that is it. You have sight for free, you can come on, you can ult, and it's a nice easy round for your team. Okay, and now moving on to one of my favorite pushes. This has got me the most amount of kills in Breeze so far. So when the starting barrier is here at the start, what you have is it goes across here. You want to go across it until it lines up to the point where you have the corner of this building lines up with this box. So we're going to walk across to here. We're then going to throw our wall, lining up with both of these. At the start of the round, when the barrier drops, you're going to press E, and you're going to push up with your wall really fast. You're then going to start walking at about here. You're going to put up your smoke, you are going to swoop peek through, and then you're going to peek up top nest and tunnel. This stops any pushes into elbow early, and also means any peeks with from nest at the start, you have an advantage on and can peek. You have to be careful, and you have to work on your pre-aim. You have to make sure that you are pre-aiming towards nest straight away, and then as soon as you clear that, you're then straight away flicking towards tunnel and holding that, making sure that you just counter all early aggression from this. First peek is really, really good with a breach flash, right? You have a breach flash which goes up there, and it means that any peek from tunnel or nest is immediately has to fall back, or if they're really exposed, so it's an operator holding a really open angle, it effectively just gives you a free kill unless it's a jet who can dash away. Once again, with most of these walls, there are variations. So once again, we push off at the start. Say this guy from double doors likes to push out. We can then swoop peek here, and there's no angle from nest. We can just peek this double door guy. We swoop peek him, so we get an absolutely free kill because we see him before he sees me. And then we then have a split push. This is a nice little lurk. You can be the only person here, everyone else pushing A, and you get a nice little walk through here, which means you can clear all the back sight for your team, clear the back of pyramids where people like to hold head angles, and just open up sight for free. Then over on A, there's actually not too many aggressive pushes that I have found work too well. It is way, way better to do just do walls for your team. So a wall like this, for example, where you're splitting sight and playing for an early plant. You're going to try and get plant here and play post plant. But instead, say if you're feeling greedy, you know where somebody is, you throw your smoke here, and then you swoop peek through, you're pre-aiming them, and you get a free kill. Say anybody's trying to fall back, anybody, you can catch the rotation, you hear footsteps, you can just put your smoke there, and then you can peek off of it whenever you feel. But otherwise, on A site, there really isn't too much you can do. There's some nice lurk walls that you can do, which get some okay value, but even then, I don't think lurking on this map is that good, because if you do a split push or something a bit more aggressive on this map, these rotations are so long if there's no Yoru, and it's just a really hard time to deal with a heavy push on this map. And now we're going to go on to my favorite pushes with Viper. These are on defense. You can be so aggressive with this agent on defense, and it just stops any push if they're there. So we're going to start off by coming to the middle of this spawn barrier at the start. You're going to line it up with this metal pole. You're going to throw it like so, and what you're going to do at the start is you're going to run a little bit, and then you're going to walk once you get up to this pole here. And as soon as the barrier drops, what you're going to do is you're going to press E, you're going to have your smoke out, and you're going to run, you're going to walk, and we are going to follow this through. This now means that we can then go up here, we can swoop peek down here, and then if there's anybody that's pushed out cave and through a wall straight away, they will not be checking this corner, as you'll have somebody baiting or peeking back there. So they will not be checking this corner, and you can end up with so many free kills here. You can get like 3-5 kills, depending on how many people are here. This push has won me so many rounds and has a really high success rate from the games that I've been playing, so hopefully it works for you guys as well. Okay, moving on to mid. This is, once again, just one of my favorite. All of these pushes are so good. All of these defensive pushes are amazing, guys. You should try every single one of these. So we're going to line it up with this box next to mid pillar. This means that when you throw this wall down and you put it up at the start, any push from elbow, you have a free kill. Any push over here, you have a free kill. Anybody that pushes through here, you have a free kill. So this is a really nice default wall anyway. You can do this on rounds before you even want to push. If you do these walls without even the pushes at the start, it conditions the enemies that you're playing against to think, oh, this wall's fine. We've seen this before, we know it's safe, then it's not going to be aggressive. Instead, what you're then going to do on some of your rounds is, once again, you have so many options off this wall. The wall goes up, you're running, what you're going to do is you're going to throw that smoke down, and then you're going to walk through. You're going to make sure you position yourself as far left in your smoke as you can, then you're going to drop it. And this means that you're in the safest spot when you clear these angles. It means you can clear both of these really easily, and then you're working around, you clear over there, and then after that, we clear back on the other side of the wall. This push, so many kills, it's insane. Sometimes it is like you get 2 kills and then you get traded. It just depends on how many people are in mid, and you just want to make sure you choose your fights properly. But yeah, this push, absolutely phenomenal. Okay, and now playing off of the exact same wall, we're going to put it up at the start. We're going to come here, we're going to throw our smoke down, we're going to put it up, we're going to then put it down, and we're going to peek. More free kills. This is a nice way of getting a pick literally in the first 3 seconds of the round. And you get a pick, you get one, you fall back with your wall still up, so they're not going to push. If they do push through your wall, once again, they take 50 damage, you get a free kill. This push is top notch for mid control. Okay, and then there's one other wall that I can recommend, but it's not... This is for more advanced Viper players, people who have been playing Viper for longer. This wall is a little bit harder to get value out of if you're a bit newer to Viper. But either way, you are going to line up with this corner here. So you're going to ping that, you're going to throw your wall, and then what you're going to do is you're going to walk back round to the tunnel. And then right at the start of the round, when the barrier drops, we're going to be pushing. We're going to put our wall up, smoke down, and we're going to go through to the other side of the wall. This means we have a swoop peek here. Anybody that is walked through at the start of the round is now 50 damage. So you actually get a really nice swoop peek. It means you can go for body shots and you still 3-tap them with a phantom. Absolutely absurd. You can just peek this. Anybody, especially if there's multiple people, they are literally going to be free kills. They've taken 50 damage from walking through your wall. So if they are there, you just absolutely farm them, and they can't even refrag. That's one of the reasons why I love this push. If this wall is still up, they can't refrag. If they try and push through, you just kill them. It's also really easy escape, once again, because if anything, say it does get a little bit hairy, all you have to do is walk back through your wall, and then you are fine. You have a nice, easy way of falling back. And now here's a lovely little variation push. I love this wall anyway. This wall is absolutely amazing for sitting back with a Marshall. You can sit back at an angle over here at the start of the round, and then as long as your flicks are okay, I normally pre-aim window and then flick down to anyone through the wall. and try to get kills that way. But it means if they walk through, one shot to the body, one shot to the body. Really, really nice. Marshall is super good with Viper, especially on this map because of the amount of long-range angles. If you can play around your decay and your snakebite properly, you will be one-tapping all of your foes. But say you've done that for a few rounds, and now you want to go a little bit aggressive. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be putting up the wall at the start of the round. We're going to throw our smoke off of the wall. This will then mean it lands here. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be waiting. Hopefully they walk through to behind the other side of the wall. We're going to swoop peek here. We're then going to check down to our right. We're then going to go into cover, and then we're going to put our wall down, and there should be people here where you can get free kills. You might have seen this in my most recent video. I did leave this as a clip, as a little bit of a teaser for the video that I was making today. But this push has gotten me some really good value and gotten me, once again, just so many kills. All of these pushes I have tested an absolute ton and have all worked multiple times out of the 60 games I have played of Breeze with Viper. And the last thing I want to talk about is there's not really a great way of controlling Tube. But say if there's one guy who likes to push through Tube every single round, there's normally a Yoru or a Phoenix, something like that. Someone who likes to just take these solo fights and push through Tube every round. A good way of counting them or catching them off guard is you want to throw your smoke so it gives a little gap into this left bit. You can then push up and you get into here really fast. You then swoop peek, and then you can clear this corner really easily. So it clears the close corner and clears here, and then you can swing out and check this corner as well. I normally won't push off of this. If you are, I would say if you still have your wall, you want to try and wall off angles so your lurk is a lot better and it's a lot easier for you to lurk around. Say they're pushing up A, what we're going to do is we're going to wall behind, which means we can now push up to this location without being seen. So it's probably better through cave. So we're going to go round through cave, and it means we can get up into a really cool spot, then drop wall, and then surprise enemies. So we then hear bomb getting planted. We then have a free kill on bomb planter, and probably more people because we have just taken a peek like out of nowhere. But yeah, guys, that is it for my guide for Breeze. That is about all of the pushes that I've had really high success rates. There are other things where they've worked here and there, but they're not completely reliable, and I'm not going to give you something which works sometimes, not all the time. These pushes super reliable. Try them out in your games. You will get amazing results. So guys, make sure you're prepared. Make sure you play a few games of Viper on Breeze, because she's S tier on this map. She's absolutely needed and insanely good on this map. So make sure you test her out in your Breeze modes at the moment, try out some of these pushes, and then when it comes to comp, you will be an absolute master of Viper on this map, and you'll win every single game. But otherwise, that's it from me, guys. Remember, stay safe, stay toxic, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Goodbye.